Hi everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost. Today I've got a fun little project. I thought we would take a regular old hardcover book that we find at any used bookstore, thrift store, or a book you might have lying around and transform the cover into something really cool, really fun. A lot of layers, a lot of texture, and just have fun with it. It's a great place to start. Okay, so this particular book had a nice surprise in it. It still has the original library card in it. Isn't that awesome? I love that. So I think that's really cool. I actually want to save that page and do something with it at another time. So first of all, it's got a book jacket on it, and we can save this because book jackets are great to use for covers themselves. You can cover them, you can layer them, you can sew on them, and they're a great size already. Cut out, perfect shape. It has the spine incorporated. So definitely hang on to that piece if you have book jackets. They're very handy. Okay, so this is Molder of Dreams. I don't know anything about this book. Other than I thought it was kind of cool. I like the shape and the size. And the size is 5.5 by, I want to say, I'm guessing 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5. 8.5. Okay, so there we go. So quick removal of the innards. Going to take the wings and pull them back. Sometimes you need to, like, there's a couple of pages that, see that how that's glued together there? Sometimes it's easier to remove the text block if you go past that. Same thing with the back. Okay, there might be a page or two. They're often protector pages to protect the text block. You can kind of go in there, and sometimes your text block is glued to the spine. Sometimes it's not. It's easier if it's not, but if it is, you can still work around it. What I recommend is breaking the hold and opening that up a little bit. Okay, if you can do that, that's going to make removal easier. All books are a little bit different. Sometimes it depends on the year they were made. Some were done a certain way in the 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever it is. And you're going to find those trends as you start deconstructing books. So see exactly how much this has. See, I can even, like, with my minuscule strength, I can start pulling that apart. It also gives me some space to get my craft knife in there. And I want to direct my craft knife towards the text block and not towards the spine if I want to keep the spine whole, so without slices. Let's see, sometimes I get lucky, sometimes I don't. Go, oops, no, see, it's very easy to go off kilter a little bit, but every time you make a cut, it opens up a little bit more and a little bit more. But if you do try and keep your angle of your, I think my knife blade is extremely dull. Let me grab a different one. No, I pulled out a new one. Yeah, this is the new one. Let's hope that's stronger. A strong knife blade will make your life a lot easier. No idea if I'm going through the spine, but I'm going to double check. Pull apart a little bit. See where I'm getting. I'm still spine integrity there. And if I tear or cut the spine, it's going to be okay too, because I can repair it. Can cover over it. And that kind of stuff. So you're never dead in the water. Just remember that. Okay. Did go off kilter there a little bit. Oh well. That happens. I'm going to go to the back and see if I can relieve some of the back pressure on the book. Getting the spine or the text block away from the book. Now, see there, we got a nice space there. Again, I don't recommend doing it on this angle because I could technically go through the spine. So I'm going to try and angle my knife this way if I can. Sometimes it's a little tricky and sometimes you slip. You'll be very careful. Don't cut your fingers. All right, let's see how far I got there. All right, now I can turn the book upside down and work at it from this angle. That's better. Okay, did much better that time. Now I've freed half of the book, and now it shouldn't be too hard to go in here and lightly. There we go. There. And then once it frees, it lets go pretty easy. I nicked it. I did because I went fast. It happens. We'll work through that. That's okay. I don't even see where that piece is, but it was here somewhere. Okay. So I do have this piece. I want to remove that. That's going to be easier to remove. See how nicely that went. Now I've got this I can save. I've got this wonderful text block. And if I have all these beautiful printed pages, I can make so many fun things out of for a junk journal. One book. This will last you forever when you're making things. It's great. And then we have our lovely cover. Now, a couple ways that I can work with this is let me go ahead and do this. That's a wise idea. And I'm going to take some tape. You can use anything you want. Now, I don't know what the final color of this book is going to be, but I'm going to work with neutrals. You can work with masking tape if that's all you have. It's not the strongest tape. Often it doesn't tear for you nicely, but that'll put a nice piece in there if needed, okay? And I can also come along and put some on this side if I want to double it here. You can also use Tyvek tape, okay, which is a very strong tape used to tape houses together, literally, the pieces and parts inside and outside. All right, here we go. And I can, you know what? I'm going to do better than that. I'm going to line it in the spine itself so I don't have so much overlap. Okay. Maybe that's going to be in that. Okay, it'll get a little bit of leftover. It's not too bad. But this is going to be a layery design, so that's okay. But now I've at least reinforced that. And I could come along here. I'm just rolling with the masking tape right now. And you can also run this over glue stick or Fabrifix. Let's say you want to squirt in a little bit of Beacon Fabrifix, Fabri-Tac, or Beacon 3-in-1 glue in the spine so that this stuff sticks better. Which I will probably should have done that before, but this one we're going to come here. I don't know why I grabbed this one. I have it in the little bottles. I just wanted you to see what it was. Okay. So here I have it in the little twisty bottle. This is a condiment bottle with a twist top. Very handy for gluing larger areas, I would say. It's okay for smaller areas, but it's not as... You don't get a small thin stream of glue. You get a thicker stream. It's good. It's not great, I would say. That's what I would give it. It's definitely workable, doable, reasonably priced, and it will prevent your glue from volcanoing out the top as the glue dries and does that strange kind of reaction once it gets about half full. Plus, you can thin this down with a little bit of acetone, maybe half a teaspoon in the bottle just to thin it down and go from there. And... there, just trim this off so it's all within the boundaries of the book. Did I make that any more? Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, so now I could cover this with material, whatever, but now I've strengthened the spine significantly, and material always, fabric, does a wonderful job at that. I'm a big proponent of using fabric on the spines. But at this point, there is some tape here. I think I would really like to not have tape here because I think whatever I'm going to do, I think there's tape there. It's so hard to pull up. You know what? I think it's been there for 100 years. We're just going to leave it be because I don't think I'm getting it up. We're going to spray paint our final design on this. And I kind of want to show you one thing that I did already. As a little bit of a prototype. So hold on. So what I have here is a regular book cover like this one, and I went ahead and put some modeling paste down through some stencils on top of it. So you're going to get this relief, an embossed relief, which looks kind of cool. So I just used some random stencils here, and this was on the back with the flower there, and then one that said Vintage Flower Garden, which I can't seem to put my hand on right. Oh, here it is. This one. Vintage Flower Garden I did up here. Okay, so now this is a little bit tacky and wet, and I should have waited till it's dry, but I am the impatient crafter and I want to craft on, but I figured everything will dry eventually as long as I leave it long enough to dry. Now I used this Rust-Oleum chalked ultra matte paint. It was what I had. It's sandable. Oh, that's interesting. And for no other reason than I had this paint. But it's a flat, it's not shiny. And well, let's just see what that looks like in time. But I want to show you how to do this process. It's pretty easy. And I just grabbed any old modeling paste. This is called texture paste also. Texture paste, modeling paste. Here's the one I used for a long time. I just literally got to the end of it. Liquitex Basics modeling paste in white, because then you can color it any color you want when you rub over it, paint over it, gild it, whatever you like to do. And that was a great one. So this was easy to work with because these work like toothpaste tubes, and they just ooze out the bottom, and they're easy to apply. This one I think I got in Tuesday morning on some special, so not super expensive. It really doesn't matter what color it is if you're going to spray paint over it, so that's good to know. And let's see. Let me just find a different stencil here, something we can use, which is pretty. Oh, I see some pretty birds coming here. Okay. Okay, so I've got these birds. There's a bird. Okay. And maybe we'll put the bird, and we'll just do this design on here. It's kind of pretty design. You can tape this down if you want to. That might make this so it doesn't run around on you. That's not a bad idea, and I can take this off after. I didn't do that on the first one, honestly. I just kind of freewheeled it, that's the way I roll. Okay, here we go. So what you need is something that looks like an old credit card or some kind of firm piece of cardboard or plastic. Oops. Okay. And then squared it on here like toothpaste. Okay, I need more than that. And this is, I think, a glitter paste or something, but it's going to be covered up, so it doesn't matter. And then you just apply. And what it's going to do is leave an embossed relief. And I like to put it on pretty thick because I want the texture. I want it to be elevated, noticeably elevated, for this particular project. So nice and thick, making sure all the holes are really full. So how's your day going? I hope it's good. Okay, so like that. And you can mix and match stencils to do this with. It could be different stencils. Oops, don't want that to happen. I'm just going to reposition a little bit here before I smudge everything. Maybe I should tape my book to the desk too. That would be a good thing. Too late. That's all right. I got my finger near. I'm holding it now. I'm not letting it go. This is called We Learn As We Go crafting. Yes. But the whole purpose of doing a prototype was to show you how it's done before I show you, so that you can kind of get an idea of where we're headed. But we're going to take it from here and beyond. We're not just going to stop at this point. But I'm hoping the other one will be dry so I can work on it with you during this little session. But this modeling paste is fun, and I think it makes things look, I'm afraid to say professional, because if I pull this off and it looks all goobery, there'll be words, I know, and thoughts and opinions. Okay, so I've still got some on here. Might as well just fill it in. You can make it actually pretty thick and actually raise above. It can rise above the level of the stencil a little bit, because when you're going to pull it off, it's going to be constrained by the stencil, and you're going to get even more elevation. Okay, so let's pull this off. There. You should run and rinse this off. Okay. Okay, so that's kind of cool, right? Yeah. Now there's a little bit of this, so I'm going to do that. That's what I'm doing. Okay, and then the same thing here. Just going to wipe off these little edges. And now I have this on my hand, so I have to go deal with that. All right, hang on one second. Okay, I'm back, and I am going to wipe this up before it dries, so it's not too bad of a mess. There we go. Apparently I got it all over the place. Look at me. That happens. Crafting world of Pam. Okay, So there we go. So we have this nice relief design. You can see that. There, that's kind of a good angle. And I can do something on the back too, which I think I would like to do. I did that on this one, and I think it looks pretty cool. Got something on the back, something on the front. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Maybe I have a nice mandala here. That might be very pretty for the back cover. It's going to be easy to do. I'm just going to grab this little doodad. I'm not taping it this time. I'm going hog wild on my own. Nobody's watching the children. There's no children, but let's say I'm the child. I'm just like, I'm playing with my toys and I'm unsupervised. That's what I want to say. Yeah, I'm unsupervised. Look out, people. Anything could happen at this point. Okay, here we go. Pick spot of choice. That looks pretty good. All right. And there we go. Filling in the holes and the gaps. It really is such an easy but highly effective method of creating something beautiful within seconds, and it just gives you so many opportunities. I mean, you can use this modeling paste on covers, on like journal pockets and tucks and bookmarks and gift cards and like greeting cards, you know, birthday cards, whatever you like. And I do. There we go. Okay, I can get some. I've got some serious thickness here. Yeah, it's kind of cool. And I want that because I want my design to show. So I'm just gonna try and not smudge it up. Lift. You want to lift. Got a little extra there. Just wipe it off. It's still wet. Nobody will know. Let me go just rinse this off fast. Okay, now I'm back. So I think that's gonna look really cool. Let me just smooth that out a little bit. And yeah, I mean, even if you didn't do anything other than leave that on there and just use the natural background, you could totally do that too. You could also come in and just cover the points you don't want to show and still leave the background au naturel as an aged vintage book, but amplified and, you know, you played with it a little bit. So there's all those possibilities. So let's put this little guy aside so he can dry. And let's bring this little guy over here. He's pretty much dry. Look, I can see I got some more schmutz on there. Yep, that's what happens. All right, I'm gonna wipe this off. I don't want to use that on a future day. Okay. Yeah, I get a lot of these things in the mail, so I always save them. They're very handy craft tools. All right, so I think it's pretty much dry. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, it feels very soft. It actually feels like chalk, I have to admit. I don't know if these are all super, yeah, they might be a little tacky yet. But not bad. I still think I can work with what I want to do. Okay, so I don't know if the spine will fold without cracking. I don't see any cracks. Okay, we might work with that a little bit. So now I have a white background and an embossed situation going on here. Now, what I'd like to do is possibly either gild it or maybe copper it up. That might be cool. Now I would say probably finger tool might be your best option here. Let's try a little and see. And this is wax, so it is melting. I want to kind of smear it over my finger lightly so that I have a, and I got darn fingernails are getting away. Let's try the back and see if it brings up the, oh yeah, you can see the relief of the design come right out, and I can control the depth and how hard I'm pushing so as not to obliterate the design, but just lay on top a light layer of copper. Yeah. Okay, that's kind of cool. Well, I got a lot on this finger. What are you doing? Just see how that wakes that up? That's really kind of cool. Okay. That's really cool, actually. Look at that. It makes it look metallic. This is so cool. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that, baby. That's gorgeous. I mean, it makes me want to put more on here. Okay, I'm going to use my fingernail. I'm going to put to good use, as opposed to complaining about it. Make it a tool. Warm it up a little bit on there. And lightly, because you don't want to fill in all the gaps, but you want to maybe intensify the design a little bit. And go in here and just buff it in. And there's a lot of different companies that sell gilding wax, gilding paper. I like gilding wax. That particular company that I have there doesn't make it anymore, but this one does. Pent Art. And these are just as good too, I've found. Yeah, they come in different colors. There's brass and gold and bright gold, dark gold, every kind of gold you can imagine, silver. There's even white. No, I don't think I've ever used the white, but you could do that on a dark book. And even a red. That's kind of cool. All right, so let's go over here and let's decide what color we're going to use over here. This other one called too, PBO Gilding Wax. This is a bigger jar, probably twice the size of those others. And it's a very, very beautiful gold. It's a little more whippy in design, in nature, consistency. These are a little more waxy. Yeah. So think like whipped cream cheese. Think that. What color is this? This is more of a, what's that? Bronze. Antique paste bronze by Pent Art. Okay. What are these others? This is antique copper, which to me looks red. Let's open it up and look. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I'll do some of the front in that color. Let's see, just see what happens. And you remember, you can always cover it up. So if you don't like it, don't worry about it. But don't smoosh in there too hard, because when you smoosh it, you're going to cover the whole thing. This is much softer than that one. So this one, oh, look at that. It goes far. Okay, I'm scared now. Let's just do it. Okay. Go lightly over the top. Just till your words come out. There you. Actually, it looks kind of cool. Wait, I have so much stuck on my fingernails. Okay. There's probably a better way to apply this. It was just you, me, and finger tool today, so that's where we're at. I'm going to put some different colors on top of these to bring out and enhance. And this is just plumb fun. And it's not as red. It does look more coppery on here. All right, go lightly, Pam, lightly. Okay. I tell myself that over and over because you can, but it's okay. It's all okay. So as you can see, the designs are, oh, that's really mucky. Oh, yeah, see how intense it is when it's super mucky? Yeah, okay. Got a little there. It's all kind of a rub design, so it's okay. I've got some on the spine. I think I'll work that in. Work that in, right? And there's some words here, they're a reverse relief. This book was called The Healing Spell, which I think is a kind of a cool name. So we might just leave that because I like it. Maybe we'll reinforce from the inside. Yeah. Now remember, you don't want to go too hard so that you fill in the words. So we've got relief coming out and we've got relief going in. That looks really cool. Let me see if I can get this vintage to show up just a little bit more. Spinning around it. Okay, new flower work. So you can build as you go. Nothing wrong with that. Well, this has turned out really pretty with the white background and everything. See, I wasn't even thinking this reddy, but it doesn't look reddy. It looks coppery once you start rubbing it. It does look like antique copper. Okay, it does hold true to its name. I will give it that. It's like a deep copper penny with a light hint of red. I do see red, but it's not intense. Okay, yeah, you can buff stuff off too if you need to. More here in the flower part, yeah. Okay, garden part getting a little more intense. And these little flowers over here. Oh, God, so much on my fingers. I could be here forever doing this. But isn't that looking cool? That's just like really coming to life. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, let me go here. Do that. Oh my God, I'm addicted. I wanna play with this all day. This is fun. I've had all this stuff in, like, I rarely use it, but boy, you got to remember what you have. And if you don't have it, you just got to go get it. Everybody needs oh, I stuck my big finger in that. Okay, pay attention, Pam. Like, you're covered in this stuff. Don't be doing that. Okay, I'll try not to. Oh, I got a lot here. I think I'm going to have to wash my hands. Yeah, there we go. Going around here. Yeah. Let's get these nice and... you want to rub in there? I don't have as much dexterity with that hand, but I will try. All right, there. All right, so we have that, and that's pretty cool. And somebody named Sally has to go wash her hands. Okay, so I will be back. Hold on. Okay, so what is this color? This is like a antique gold. Antique gold. Antique paste. Pentart. Okay. Let's be appropriate, Pam. Maybe we'll use a Q-tip and dig this out. Then we'll place it on our finger for the warming process. It's like putty. This one's a little drier. Get some fun here. I wonder what's gonna happen if we like go over this a little bit with gold. Well, there's some areas on here that aren't untouched yet. We could just give it little occasional gold accents, like give it multi-dimensional whatnot. Yeah, how about some multi-dimensional whatnot? Okay, okay. And I think if you don't like it, you could always go back and just cover it up again if you wanted to, but you don't have to. You can just have fun with this stuff. All right, I'm gonna go in here, a little bit of Goldie Lou. Oh, it's got lots on his finger yet. That's much darker, yeah, okay. Just little, you don't even have to do every letter. You could just do some letters to gild it a little bit. You put too much on, I think you can get in there and wipe it off a little bit. All right. And this one, so a little bit of gold on top of the copper. Here and there, just random. Just basically wiping my finger off there. I don't know if you can fully see this on video, but it does look, it's starting to get multi-dimensional, which I think is kind of cool. You see that? Okay. And I used to have some blue, but I don't think it lasted very well. It was a different company and that kind of stuff, and I don't think it worked as well. But so we won't discuss the blue. The blue never happened. We know nothing about the blue. Move along, people. Is that the right one? No. Make sure you don't get your lids. We're really gonna look at it. Okay, this is the antique gold, unless I mislabeled it last time. This is gold. Should I put a little gold in there? Why not? Oh, that's pretty. Ooh, yeah, let's try that. All right, ooh. All right, there we go. I know what we're gonna do. Yeah? It kind of whites it out. Might be a little too... Just go around the edges a little bit. If I feel like I whited it out too much, I'll just come back in because I can. All right, that's just a little bit. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I like that. The edges. Whoop, not too much, Pam. Whoop, there went something. I think it was a lid. Little down, little random spots. Yeah. There's a lot of... Okay, I think I'm going to hue in a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to hue. You know, I'm a big hewer. Oh, look, I have a big smudgeroonie there. Look at that. I'm just going to have to work that into the design. Yes, there we go. Down here a little bit. It's softening it all a little bit. The softening is happening. Oh, we're hewing in the corners, just softening the edges so there's no sharp little corners. Ooh, that's looking very deep and very cool. There's some little other things I could highlight here a little bit. They're like little extraneous design things. Well, why not get in there and highlight them? I've got it on my fingers, might as well use it. Okay, oh, that looks very cool. It's very metallic and cool looking. Oh, that's really cool. So much you could do with this in different colors and everything. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. where's this? This is a damp cloth. Always good idea to have. And if you don't have a damp cloth, you dampen it with your squirty bottle. Very, very handle. It's very handle to have a squirty bottle nearby. That's right. Yeah. I do like that red though. It's coppery red. Now again, this color is probably the one I dropped. Hold on. Going down. I'm back. Okay. What was that? Brass. No. I think you're brass. Oh boy. Okay, you want to keep these together. That's the copper. And here it is. This is the antique copper. Okay, we got some antique copper. Warm it up a little bit there. Put a little bit of red back there. I like a little more red there. Maybe at the base a little more red. You can be a little gold at the top, but red in the main part. Okay. Yeah. And over here, maybe a little red, more red around the edges. I took a lot of the red away with the gold, and now I'm putting it back. Yeah, just because I think I like it. Yeah, so you can do that. You can bring it back in if you took it away, which is kind of cool. And then soften it with remember it's a wax, so you can heat it with the heat of your finger. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's very, 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 very cool. Yep, I do like that. All right, and if you get it while it's still now this stuff does dry and pretty much become permanent. Like you're not going to be smudging your fingers on this stuff once it's dry. So just kind of know that, or just have blind faith, for gosh sakes. That's all I ask. So I think this it pretty much dried already. That's how fast it happens. No, I guess it's not dry. That's not how fast it happens. It takes longer than that. Just rubbing the little excess here. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. That little gold here and there, it does. Yeah, it really just, I don't know, makes it look kind of cool. All right, so I mean, remember this, and I can pretty much touch it now. This is what the book looks like on that side. Not much to look at, but that's kind of cool. Now I'm not going to flip that over and work on the inside because it's still wet. There is some damp stickiness to it, so I'm going to let this dry. And let's pull out this baby again. Okay, so this is what we have. And let me grab one of those papers. And I will do this outside because that's smarter. But for video purposes, I'm going to try and do it here so you can see the process. Not hard. I maybe want to cover this, but I think I'm going to cover that with something else after, so I'm not too worried about it right now. So the deal is, shake your can well, put some kind of hazmat suit on, and lightly, oops, not like that. No. Okay. It stinks. You should do this outside. Totally regretting I didn't go outside with this. The other one I did outside because I knew better. And now everything's going to be covered in a dust of sticky white. Don't do that to yourself. Take it outside. Got a balcony? Do it on your balcony. Unprepared? You're going to have like stink. Yep, sunshine's even leaving the room. He's like, what the? Mother, what are you doing? You don't want to go too heavy in any spot. You're going to get drips and pooling. And I have to do enough to cover that background, so let it just sink in for a second. See how it transforms to white? You can barely see it now. But the shapes are still there. They're still present. And, you know, that masking tape actually yields a very cool texture on this book. I might even come in there and line that whole back with masking tape. Yep, my HEPA filter just kicked in. So it can, now, apparently that means that I'm inhaling small particles of paint. So this is what you should never do, as demonstrated by Pam. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to come in with that Fabric Fix glue. I'll just use this one because it's here. The other one's here too, but it's all right. Yeah, I think I just want some, it almost looks like leather. That's why I'm doing this. Now this might be a disaster, but you know, if it goes to, you know, a disaster point and there's no coming back, it's a book cover. Go get another one. You know what I mean? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay, here we go. Mm-hmm. Okay. There we go. Whoopsie. This is really why you should wait till stuff is dry, because I'm so impatient. I'm the world's most impatient crafter. Oh, you think you are? Oh, no, I got you outpatiented. I'm sure of it. Alright. Get in your little valley. You got your glue. You're in your valley. Now you're going to look like leather for me, right? Yes, 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 you are. Yes. I'm going to have to trim that. Didn't quite make it to the bottom. That was fascinating, Pen. But I do have this little piece which strangely fits. That is really weird. But it fits on the side that's not sticky, so we're going to have to anti-stick it. This is a weird fix coming here. But the actual piece is the other way. I don't know why. So the sticky side is facing me, but since I'm putting glue down, that side will now stick. And there you go. There we go. All right. Okay, let's get a little. Did I go over that? No, I got to trim that. Okay. Actually, I might just flip that around. That might be the best for that. Yeah. Flip it around. We'll deal with that on the other side. Okay, so now again, you can see that. So we're going to give a light spraying in this area to cover that up a little more. See that? Nice cover. Covering the spine and the back again with a nice cover of white. You might have to do a few coats to get where you need to be. But yeah, that does kind of look like a leathery spine. It's got those wrinkles in it. See what I mean? The wrinkles, they do kind of look like leather. Okay, I'm not going to touch it, because that would be bad. Those words are disappearing. I'm going to let it dry a little bit and see if they come back out at me. If they do, I'm going in with more. What's that? Why are you there now? Okay, I've extracted you. All right, so we got that. That's good. Now we're going to let you dry, because that would just be common sense, right? Okay, putting you over here. Don't drop it. Okay, we got this guy. And he's pretty much, yeah. All right, so now you can do whatever you want. I mean, really go to town. I mean, whatever you want to do is good. There's no, but I still have some of these gears, and they are copper. I think maybe they kind of would look sort of cool on here in a weird sort of, I want to say steampunky kind of way, just random little copper gear pieces for no particular reason. Glued on there, using up a little bit of that white space. We could even put a key on here. That'd be cool. Could put a key right in the middle. Glue that on there, so it's kind of bumpy. Maybe we're not. Okay. But yeah, we could glue these babies on. That looks kind of cool. Just random. And on the back, we could do some things like that too. They use up some of the white space. Trying to pick these up. Not easy. I will now pick this up. I will. I'm willing it. Come to me, little metal piece. Okay. And maybe like an odd one. Maybe we need a small one. I'm going to pick you up. Okay, there, I got you. It's a little one. And maybe a bigger one there. That kind of looks cool. It's a nice little distribution. Maybe we need one more on the front. Oh, I have nice white paint all over basically everything at this point. So yes, definitely do it outside. Okay, so I think I will glue these down now. I'm going to use the Fabrifix because it glues fabric, laces, leather trims, and more. I'm banking on this as the and more. I think it is. So you get it kind of everywhere. It's got a flat surface. You kind of pop it down, and then you give it a resting place forevermore. And it might be a good idea to seal this book after. It's fun working on covers. You could just do a bunch of covers one afternoon and just like sit there and have fun with your covers. Right, you're allowed because it's your book, your old books. And let's face it, the odds of somebody reading these old books, does it exist? Yes. Is it a big, concern? Not of mine. I just, sometimes books are meant to be, many books are pulped. They're taken by used book buyers and they soak them and grind them down and repulp them and make new paper and sell it back to somebody who wants to do something like that. So yeah, I mean, nothing goes to waste in that world. So don't feel bad about, repurposing, upcycling a book. It's okay. Yeah. I want you to sleep at night. It's not bad. If you think it's bad, don't do it. That's the answer. Yep. To everything. If you think it's bad, don't do it. If you think eating the chocolate bar is bad, don't do it. Yeah, right? We know. We've been around this block a few times. It's not our first rodeo. If somebody offers you oatmeal cookies, don't eat them if you think they're bad. Well, you might think they're good because they probably are good, but not good for you. So you have to, you're going to have to take each situation. You're an adult. I think you're an adult. I don't know what you are. Just do your best out there. Nobody can ask you more than that. Maybe what's in the corner? Too much? Something over here? Yeah, maybe there. Too low? Higher. Okay. What the heck? I just like these little doodads. Gloober doober doober. Okay. You go push down, push down. Do. Okay. Do. And now we're just gonna let those babies dry. Yeah. And then for my next trick, we're pulling out the stickles. I know, but it's very coppery. And I have copper stickles. Hang on, I'm coming. Don't get all flustered. I'm right here. I haven't gone anywhere. Okay, I'm back. Okay, here we are. Yes. Nouveau crystal drops. The heck is this? Enamel accents. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Different colored stuff. I think I have 2 copper ones. Okay. So we can totally copper-esque this thing, which we may do. And then we may come in with some little accents here and there of another color just for pop. Okay, so Nouveau drops in copper penny. Okay. And let's see. Since we're working on the face of this book, we're going down, up, down, up, down, up. Take your time. Down, up, down, up. Whoop, go straight, Pam. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. If you're really careful, these can be perfect. Mine are rarely perfect, but just know I had fun doing it. I want you to know that. And if you do it, have fun doing it, because I think it's a good thing. For the spirit, the soul, your essence, your being, your human species stuff. Yeah, I think it's really good. Okay. Just keep going and keep stickling until your stickleometer says, I've had enough. I cannot longer. I don't know why I called the stickling, because this is not the stickle product, but it's the same process of the down, up, down, up. Stickles are, I think, mostly glitter glue or pearlescent glue, I think. I usually use liquid pearls for pearlescent stuff just because that's what I bought at the time. I don't know. Okay, so I've got a little more jazz going on there. And I think I'm going to also emphasize, maybe you're right on them. Oh, that's kind of cool, because I just think this is a very beautiful flower design, and I want to bring it out even more. Okay. Okay. Going around. Oh, I'm almost, it's looking riveted at this point, which is again kind of cool. I guess I'm sliding into a bit of steampunk design with the rivets, which is very popular these days in the junk journal world. I was popular before, but it's still popular. So there you go. That looks really cool. I almost don't know what I like better, the front or the back, but I haven't really worked on the front yet. So let me work on a little more over here. And I'm going to now proceed to overstickle this entire entity. Okay, let's go down the, oop, there we go, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Yep. And yeah, it's contrasting a little bit with the gold. This is copper against gold, so that kind of pops a little bit. And it's looking very riveted. Take your time, pen. Do not rush. Get a better, more straight lines. Yeah, this is really kind of cool. This is fun. If you haven't done this, you get some of that modeling paste. If you feel like in the mood, you want to get some toys, get some modeling paste, get some gilding wax, and get some stickles and Nouveau drops, and just have at it. Just have at it. Okay, you are going to have a little stem. You are here. There you go. And you can have a little leaf. Yeah. Maybe a little leaf. Okay. Yeah. Little stipples, whatever that is, I don't know. Nobody knows. It's all good though. Everything is fine and it's cohesive and it's this is really hard not to. Okay, you use your hand as a. Can I show you that? Maybe. You use your fist as a bridge so you can work and steady yourself, but not stick your hand in your stickles. So we all know what that's like. Okay, I'm going to stickle these little leaves on some sides. Oh, am I in the stickles? I hope not. And dangerously close to the stickles. They're not stickles. They're Nouveau drops. We all know. Okay. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Okay, have I gone overboard? Should I have stopped? I cannot stop myself. It's impossible. I'm having entirely too much fun. And that happens sometimes. Yep, just get in there and stickle away. Oh, we got another one here. Do. More leaves. Do. Okay. Very nice. Yeah, you got a little leaf there. Do. All right, that's looking pretty cool. Let me zoom in a little bit. I'm afraid to pick it up, but I'll try. Make sure we got more texture. There's like texture everywhere. It's just looking kind of cool. Gildy cool. All right, come on over here. We're going to do the front now. Hold your breath. All right, so we think we're going to go around and do these guys. Almost as if they're flowers. So I'm going to bridge them into the design. They are not random gears floating through space. They are now some kind of ephemeral flower floating through space. Yes, because that's what they do. Ephemeral flowers. They float through space. And you just never know when one's going to land on you, but you better be ready because things will happen. Yes. Your universe will never be the same once you get an ephemeral flower landing on you. I just feel like I need something right there. Don't you feel like it? Yeah, we need one more. Okay, this is a mid-sized one. It's just sitting here. Would I put you there? I don't know. Are you too big? Are you too big? Just too big for everything concerned. I don't want to put the same one there. I don't even know where I put the rest of them. Let me look on my table here. Anything? Oh, there's a different one. Yeah. Okay, we're good. I got a small one, which is different than that small one, so we're okay. Because we're okay, I can put that little guy. I'm just put a little dollop of glue there. And I'm going to land his patootie right on it. Okay. Coming in for a landing. Oops. Yep, there we go. Smoosh you around a little bit. And now you're there, where you will live forevermore. And you will now be stickled. Yeah, with the best of them. Well, that's what happens. Okay. Now, there. Take a look what we have. Oh, that's actually very pretty. So if you can see it from different angles. Oh, that's very nice. Yeah. And you could come in with inks and rub with your dauber, you could. Should I do that? I'm gonna totally muck it up at this point, but yeah, I'm feeling brave. No, everything is a grand experiment, so I try not to get too emotionally bonded to it. It's probably not a good idea, but let's see if we have our little dauber of daubers. What's happening? I don't want to do anything I shouldn't be doing. I'm just adding a little bit of where I think it needs a little, you know, something. Okay, a little like smudge, a little whatnot. It's okay to have some white space. Nothing wrong with white space. And sometimes you want a little, you know, antiquing. And that's why we're trying not to rub into the stickles that we have already stickled. Okay, I don't want to do any more than that. I think I'm good. All right, here, just a little bit more. I know. I think that's bringing that out even more. That looks kind of nice. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. There is the mission accomplished today. I don't know when this will be a book, but it is a ready cover to be used as a book cover at some point. And let's say you totally botched it. You don't like the colors. You don't like the way anything. You come back in with this and you just spray it all white again and you go from there. So it's really hard to mess it up because you can keep whiting it out and then rebuilding your color. You could totally change the color scheme, do something completely different. I do have this. I know, I could keep going forever. Okay, let me see if I can find, I gotta go see if I can find you-know-who. Hold on. Guess who is a willing participant? Hello, everybody. I am a willing participant today. Okay, if you don't know me, I am Sunshine, Junior Cup Up reporter for the Paper Outpost. And, okay, let's just say I had an off day. Have you ever had an off day? Well, Sunshine had an off day. And Sunshine was very rambunctious, as I get sometimes, but I just did not want to be cut. And I wanted to play Mama's Gonna Get Me. And so I made Mama chase me here, there, everywhere. There was chicken involved. There were treats involved. But I, Sunshine, Junior Cup Pop reporter, would not yield. No, I stayed true to the mission and the cause. And I made Mama chase me quite a while. Yes. But, okay, so what she did was, here was her little trick. She pulled something called reverse psychology on Sunshine. And she stopped chasing me for days. And apparently now I am willing to be caught. Yes. So, and I'm also extremely sleepy, as you can evidently tell by my slit eyes and my snoring. Yes, that was Sunshine snoring. So, in moments like that, I can easily be caught. Yes. Okay. Do you ever have an off day? Does it happen to you? Okay. So, see, I'm not alone. Sally, Marcia, Betty, Alphonse. Yes, everybody out there in Romper Room. Okay, everybody. He is alive and well and snoozing, so I will put him back down to his basket here. And yeah, there's my moo chair. All right, here you go. Why don't you sit in your little basket? That's good. You can go sleep there. Okay, so there you go, folks. I have a free monthly emailed newsletter. If you check that out, you will get and sign up for that. You'll get a free checklist of supplies, a note from the bookmaker, a page list of ideas, and checklist of supplies, note from the bookmaker, page list of ideas. And there's something else in there I can't think of. Oh, your free Digikit, your picture. Yes. Okay. I knew there were 4. Too much paint fumes. I'm breathing in too many paint fumes. Okay. So, I am tagging products now to make it a little bit easier for you to find stuff. If you're looking for stuff, you should be able to see maybe in this bottom left corner on your video, there might be a link that says products or view products or shopping or something like that. But also there's going to be some links in the drop down description box below if you have access to that. Not all devices do, but if you do, then there you go. And also my videos come out Mondays. No, they don't. Big fibberoonie. My videos come out Wednesdays and Saturdays, 7 a.m. Eastern time. My podcasts, which are related to junk journaling, paper crafting, life of a crafter, and answering your crafty questions from YouTube. There you go. You can find that on Spotify or in any of the other popular podcast platforms. I have an Etsy shop if you're looking for journals and bundles and kits and fundles. When I have them available, I put them for sale in there. I also sell Digikits, which are printable, downloadable images. I just came out with the 5 new ones for August. Feel free to check those out. Go to www.thepaperoutpost.com. And I also, if you like those but don't have a printer or don't like to print, I will print out 10 Digikits for you. They're 5 pages each. That gives you 50 printed pages. I print them out on nice lightweight cardstock. And you get free priority mail shipping with that purchase as well. So just buy the print to mail option and then send me the list of 10 Digikit names that you want through Etsy message and you're good to go. I have an Amazon shop and a merchandise shop. So if you're looking for products, I think I covered that already. And if you like the phrase, create with reckless abandon, or everything is a craft supply until proven otherwise, you can get that on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, chipped hoodie, mug tote, or water bottle. And you can find me on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. Come and join our Facebook group. We're having a lot of fun doing weekly and monthly challenges over there and seeing what you guys can make from these video ideas. And remember, most of all, that fun can be simple, and create with reckless abandon, everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye.